Try to focus on the fine pieces of earth within the metal.
I can't believe it! I'm metal bending!
Welcome back to Crystal Clear. I'm your host, Ostrich Vox, and let's just get right into it. At the end of last night's episode Too Short to Ride, it was revealed that Peridot now has metal bending powers.
Give me that! No! It's all that I am! Metal powers!
And yes, it is indeed confirmed to be metal bending through the official Peridot Twitter that Lauren Zook manages. And this raises many questions. Has Peridot had these powers all along? Did she just develop them recently? Do all Peridots have the potential to develop metal bending powers? Why are resources dwindling on Homeworld? Okay, I mean, let's just nip that one right in the bud. Yellow Diamond already says she doesn't care about resources. In fact, Peridot and Message Received makes a whole lot more sense now.
The organic ecosystem creates resources unique to this world.
I don't care about potential and resources.
If they destroyed the Earth, she couldn't harness the resources. Peridot was just looking out for the next era of Peridots, for Homeworld in general. But there's only so many resources on Homeworld, and the Diamond Authority doesn't seem to care about other planets. They just want to conquer them, turn to other kindergartens. At least, that's what we can get from Yellow Diamond. Her hatred for Earth and lust to conquer planets is going to bite her in the ass. Newly produced gems are only going to get weaker, giving any and all opposing threats a fighting chance. Although you could make the argument Homeworld's up against a bigger threat right now, and all their resources are going towards that fight, which is entirely possible, but why would they even waste time on Earth? Why waste time sending Peridot and Jasper, or the Rubies, the Roaming Eye? Does Yellow Diamond have such a massive hate boner for Earth that she'll just put everything aside, including a war, just to make sure there's no crystal gems on it? To make sure it's destroyed? Honestly, probably, but I personally think the lack of resources is just due to Homeworld killing off other planets with the kindergartens. And only that. To Yellow Diamond, it's quantity or quality. More and more gems need to be made. It doesn't matter how powerful they are, but that's a very toxic mindset. Anyways, on the topic of today's theory, we know within the next 2 or 3 weeks, the 2-part special titled BISMUTH will air, which is of course introducing the character into the show after seeing her gem bubbled in Lion's Mane and striking down Lapis in Same Old World in a flashback. And while my theory of Bismuth becoming some kind of sibling to Steven, as they're both creations of Rose Quartz, seemingly has dwindled down, we still don't know that much about Bismuth, so it's still entirely possible, but my hopes have lowered for that. However, I believe in that episode Bismuth, most likely in the second half, there will be an encounter and a battle between Bismuth, Lapis, and Peridot, and possibly even Amethyst. Okay, but why? Where am I getting this from? Well, the show likes to take real-life influence when it comes to gems. Peridots in the show are made where they are in real life.
That's superheated peridotite.
Peridotite?
Yeah, it's made of the same stuff as peridots.
Real-life malachites are toxic, hence Malachite's personality. There are numerous examples, but I need to get into the meat of this theory. In real life, most bismuths are a man-made metal, hence my beliefs on Rose making bismuth. After all, bismuth is the most unique gem we've seen so far. From her rainbow-colored dreads to her very unique gem. Can bismuth's gem even be cracked? It just kinda goes in instead of bulges out, like most of the other gems. If not all the gems we've seen so far. So while bismuth is considered a gem in the show, let's entertain the idea that she's also a metal, and that metals and gems don't really have that much of a difference in the show. And for those who believe metals are the male equivalent of gems, well, nope. Now, we're still not sure why Bismuth was bubbled, but let's still stick with my theory of Bismuth being very, very hard to control her emotions and lashes out, attacks people without warning. She's too dangerous and unstable. She was buddy-buddy with Pearl and Garnet, but that's because she knows them. We can assume she's cool with Steven and Amethyst because they're clearly crystal gems, easily identifiable by the stars on their outfits. Now, in the Same Old World flashback, Bismuth was the one who struck down Lapis and kept her on Earth for thousands of years. It's all Bismuth's fault, whether if you like it or not. And how did Bismuth know? Lapis's blue diamond insignia on her outfit. So let's say in Bismuth, Steven is integrating Bismuth into the group, the crystal gems, and everything is going well until he takes her to the barn. She sees Lapis and completely snaps, goes into her berserk mode, the reason why she was bubbled in the first place, blindly attacking Lapis, and, also Peridot, because she also has a yellow diamond insignia. Bismuth won't give herself a chance to think it over, to realize that they're all on the crystal gem side now. She'll just see the blue and yellow diamond insignias and just snap. She'll be reminded of the war. And it won't help that moments before, she discovered that all of her comrades were dead.
Oh, Crazy Legs, big snowflake! No.
The crystal gems were able to save the Earth.
But we're all that's left of the rebellion, huh?
So Bismuth is taking charge at Lapis? She can barely move, she feels paralyzed. And that's because Peridot is using her metal powers to tame Bismuth. And I definitely feel like Peridot's the type to identify a gem as a metal. She seemingly knows everything about gems. So who's to say she couldn't identify when a gem is a metal, or that there possibly are Bismuths on Homeworld, that ours isn't one of a kind. But I kinda doubt that. Like I said, Bismuth's design is just too unique. I don't see there being more of her, so Peridot is fighting against Bismuth, controlling her, but depending on the strength of her metal powers, which I believe, like Steven, will be mostly powered by her emotions until she gets a good grip on them. Bismuth will try to fight back, and could even break free from Peridot's grip, and Amethyst will also be indifferent to Bismuth. She doesn't know her. She doesn't know if she's worthy to be trusting, and attacking Peridot will definitely not be cool in her books, causing Amethyst to join in the battle, defending Peridot and Lapis. This would obviously be resolved by the end of the episode, but I feel like this is a battle that can definitely happen. After all, this is a 22-minute episode. It'd be weird if shit didn't go down in it, but this is just my idea, my thoughts. Also, shout out to that quick and sly reference to Lapis in Too Short to Ride.
Find cute roommates in your area.
I'm all set, thanks.
The writers are just slowly feeding into the shippers, baiting them. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. Do you see the scenario playing out like I described it? Or do you think it'll go down differently? What do you think about Homeworld's dwindling resources? Is it tied to Yellow Diamond being uncaring, or is there something bigger at play? Ostrich Vox, signing out.
The old lady next door died. She would haunt me aside my bed every night. I spent years in therapy. Mom and Dad never believed me. They still don't. The kids found out and started calling me Ghost Girl. Abby was the only kid who believed me. And Leslie Jones, like...
But what I'm saying is, I mean, you can't tell me you haven't met some annoying little asshole that looked like this. So in short, the Snake Club members are funnier than the typical cartoon nerd because their low social status doesn't come from their intelligence or interests, but from their behavior.